Hey everybody, Kirk Anderson here with the Rotary eClub of District 5960, and I want to welcome you to this live broadcast. I'm going to be doing just a quick interview with our new district governor, Kyle Haugen. And I want to welcome him to St. Croix Falls. I'm also the person that does Rotary Club Radio and gets to host that show. And typically that's an audio format. So doing live video with a person in my office is a great opportunity to get to know them and to get to ask them some questions. So Kyle, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, why don't you just take a few moments to tell us a little bit about you and maybe something about your family that you'd like to share.
Sure. My name's Kyle Haugen. I'm honored to serve as district governor for District 5960 this year. I'm in the Prior Lake Rotary Club. Grew up in Prior Lake and still live there with my wife Carrie and our almost 2-year-old Cooper, and really enjoy being a Rotarian. Rotary is something of a family affair for us. I'm a third-generation Rotarian. My dad has been a Rotarian in the Prior Lake Club for nearly 40 years, and his dad, my grandpa, was a charter member of the Red Wing Club until he passed away in the early 1990s as well. So it became always something I knew about, and very proud to be able to serve with the other Rotarians in our district in this role.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about your home club and the different positions you've, of course, had to take before you became district governor, but what other leadership roles and things have you done over the years?
Well, I joined Rotary in 2003, in October of 2003, and because of my family involvement in Rotary, it was a matter of when I joined Rotary, not if I joined Rotary. And I think it's real important to get families involved that way, because the more they support things, the more you can do as a Rotarian. In our club, I think my first position was as one of the co-chairs of our DARE committee, which we helped fund the DARE program in the Prior Lake Savage area schools and put on a fundraiser to do that. Was in that role and then was asked to be president, so kind of came up the track to be president of the club and was president in 2009-10. And then from there have been in a number of other roles within the club, have been on our Lakefront Music Fest steering committee and part of the talent committee from that end. And anybody that knows what Prior Lake Rotary's Lakefront Music Fest is, very significant fundraising event that all goes back to our Rotary Club. In the district side of things, after I was president, I was a part of the membership retention team for a year, and then became an assistant governor for 3 years, and then was the assistant governor team leader for a couple years before I kind of came into the district governor track. Have also been involved in the Polio Plus committee and our district visioning team that goes out and helps clubs create their long-term vision as well. So a little bit of different involvement there, and it's pretty exciting. And
then the district governor goes through 3 years of like pre-governorship. Is that accurate? So you've been like the up and coming for a couple, working with them, and now you are the district governor.
Yeah, obviously it's a volunteer role, but there's a lot of planning and preparation that has to take place as well. So we identify the next governor in line just over 2.5 years out. So this October is when we will interview candidates for that next governor in line, and that is for the 2020-2021 year. So you got the district governor, so that's me. Mike Becker is our governor-elect for the 18-19 year. Paul Perez is our governor nominee for the 19-20 year, and then we'll be choosing somebody for that 2020.
So let me ask you this. How fast did those 2.5 years go?
It went by a lot quicker than I thought it would. I wanted to, because I'm still working and I have a young family, I wanted to make sure I stayed on top of things at all times. So I was always asking, other people that had been governor, or asking Kathy Hewitt in the office, how am I doing? Am I keeping up? But all of a sudden blinked, and it was January 1st when the real preparation starts, and it seemed like yesterday.
So just like that goes really fast. How Rotary works, of course, is that you have basically 1 year of tenure as whatever position you're in, whether it's president or district governor. So you have a lot to accomplish in 1 year, and right now you are doing what district governors do. You go to all the different clubs within the district, which how many clubs are there roughly? 60 something?
With the new eClub, there are 63 Rotary clubs, and we have 4 Rotaract clubs, which are for the 18 to 35 age group as well. So 67 clubs.
67 clubs. So you're hitting all of those in this year. And right now you're heading down to Amory.
Yep.
And then you're heading to Rice Lake.
Right.
To former District Governor Marlene Gargalag's club.
To her house today every 2 months, and this is part of the whole development process that we have in our district, is every 2 months we have the Council of Governors meeting.
Oh, okay.
That it's the past 3,
okay,
the current, and then the 2.5 incoming governors, and we get together on a bi-monthly basis. Just it's a great help to make sure that through that planning process,
right,
you're on track.
And that's one of the things I really value about Rotary is the leadership and the backing of leadership over the years. You're not in it alone, and you're not left there to do it on your own through your year. However, you do have your own vision, and you are going to clubs to share that. So what are you going to share at the Amory Club today?
When I go to the Woodland Lakes Club today, it's the main purpose of going in, and I want to step back. One of the roles that Rotary International says district governors must make an official visit to each club, and that is to give an inspirational address that talks about Rotary International's theme for the year, and just talks about different initiatives and make sure the club is going the right direction. So that's kind of the goal when I go to all these clubs. And I started last week, and we'll be done the week before Thanksgiving. So there's a lot of running around the Minnesota and Wisconsin countryside over the next few months. But when I go to Amory to meet with the Woodland Lakes Club today, it's going to be talking about our Rotary theme for the year is Rotary making a difference, which I really like that theme, and and I'll talk to them about why do we make a difference as Rotarians and how we can make a difference, and certainly that comes into promoting our efforts and growing our membership and growing that Rotary family, and then how we can do different projects and how we can give more to the Rotary Foundation, which allows us to do more.
Yeah,
so that's the gist of that message, which I'll talk for about 25 minutes on.
Okay. As we're moving, I want to just acknowledge that we do have a couple people that are watching live, and so thanks for taking a minute to do that. And I can see if you leave a question or a comment. So if you would like to ask the district governor a question about his year, or what it's like to be governor, or any question about Rotary, feel free to type that in the comments, and you can also share this or like it, and that will help us reach further. This is kind of a new technology thing that we're trying out to enhance the reach of Rotary. We have a great Facebook page, and several of our clubs do, and this is just another way that we can take the message of Rotary and take it even further and get it out to the masses. And
hopefully we can do this, at least maybe not in person monthly or whatever, but kind of this is another way to get that message out, as you said, and I look forward to doing more of this.
And like I said when I introduced myself, as a member of the newest Rotary Club, which is an eClub, we do everything online, and so we're just getting we just got chartered, and that was a couple-year process. It was a big deal. We just recorded a little welcome from Kyle to the eClub, and this is fresh, and everything we do is online unless we are able to meet at the district conference or in some other way. But we have members that are literally in other states and as well as other countries. And so right out of the gate, we have members from several different countries, and that's really exciting. And the rules for the eClub, of course, are that anybody can be a member as long as they live in a district, and they can be a member of any eClub. So, so if you know anybody who's on the fence about Rotary, but there's some questions about time, or maybe they're retired and they'd still like to be involved, they can watch these type of things from the comfort of their own home if they're homebound, or if they're traveling, they can watch this on their phone and their computer. So it's really great. Well, what else can we talk about when it comes to Rotary and getting that message out? What is your vision for growing not only our district but just in general Rotary?
Well, I think it comes back to our what we are as Rotarians, and we're a service organization. We're making a difference throughout the world, and that's the most important part of things. And Rotary gives everybody. You can be a champion in your club with something that you're passionate about, and that's the cool thing about Rotary. That it's not, well, Kirk, here is what you're going to do, and this is the way you have to do it.
Right.
You get that wide berth to be able to do what you want to do because the clubs are most important. My goal for the year, and I hate saying it's my goal because I'm serving the clubs, but I want to try to help the clubs maximize their potential.
Sure.
In whatever they do. I don't have a pet project that I want to see done. That's not my role. It's how can we help the clubs as a district, as a resource, how can we help the clubs maximize the amount of difference they're making in their communities and throughout the world? And going back to what you said about the personal and professional development piece of Rotary, I think that's a great selling point for Rotary too.
Yeah.
I'm a better person because of my involvement in Rotary.
Sure.
I've learned different skills. I've gained more confidence. I understand the world around me better because of my involvement in Rotary. And that Rotary's secondary motto is, he who served, well, what is it? One profits most who serves best. And, we're making all this difference around the world, but really affecting ourselves the most. Yeah. And I think that's a really cool secondary focus, which if we go tell people that, hey, we do good, but you're going to have fun, you're going to meet great people, and you're going to become a better person and be better at everything else in your job or life, that's going to help.
Yeah, and I think Rotary does a really good job of leadership development. And although we don't focus on the business development side, in fact, when I started Rotary almost 9 years ago, that was almost taboo to really talk about business things. Where now we've kind of gone back to the original. Rotary started with business guys who wanted to work together because they trusted each other and they wanted those networks. And then we kind of overlaid more of a service atmosphere and said, hey, let's not talk so much about business. And now we're getting back into talking about business. And part of that might be retention. It's harder to get younger folks that are so busy because they're trying to live their life and build their business. So our club in St. Croix Falls, which I'm still very active with, but I've transferred my membership to the eClub. Their focus is to not squelch your business, but to say, let's let Rotary help you be the best in your business that you can be, and really be the person who people want to go to for a lawyer because you're the trusted lawyer who's a member, the business person because you're the trusted business person. And that service above self and that, honesty and integrity portion of that. So there's a white elephant in the room. You're a young governor. And when I joined my club, I was by far the youngest at 32, I think, is when I joined. So 33. So you're a young governor. Is it difficult to be in your position with a young child and a young family, doing what you do, and how do you fit it all in?
Well, I'm lucky to have. I mentioned the family of Rotary earlier, but I'm lucky to have, and we are a family of Rotary, where my dad has been a Rotarian for 38 years, and he's my business partner.
Yeah. And
my mom obviously knows what Rotary is, very involved in our club as well without being a member. My brother is a member of the Chaska Club, so it's a Rotary family, and I have a very understanding wife, and when we made the decision, and I use we because we all made the decision together, and we know that if Rotary wants to be viable for years to come, we need to get younger people like you and I think you're about a year older than me. We need to get. Don't say that. Didn't say how old
I'm not that young guy anymore.
but we need to allow opportunities for people like us to feel as though they can be involved without having to just be in charge. And if I can show that it is possible, and is it make for long days? Yeah.
Sure.
And, we have a rule in our family, at least with my son Cooper, that if I'm gone before he wakes up in the morning, or if I'm not going to be home, and the same goes for Carrie, if she's not going to be home, we make sure we're Skyping or FaceTiming to say good morning, to say good night.
Technology is great.
It's great from that standpoint, and to make sure that we can at least have that interaction, and
Sure.
and when he gets old enough to understand it more, I think it'll be, Daddy's not here because he's out helping other people make a difference
Sure.
to make the world better for you.
Right.
And I'm very lucky to have a supportive family that, my mom knows that there are going to be nights that Carrie and I have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
She's cool watching him.
Yeah,
Thankfully, he's a
great.
good kid.
Yeah, technology is such a great thing with FaceTime and with the different things that we can do to connect with our family. I was meeting with a business person as part of my business, and we were meeting close to lunch, and we kind of went over, and her husband FaceTimed. And so she said, I'll be ready in 5 minutes. And she said every lunch period they get together and they spend their lunchtime just FaceTiming because they've got 5 kids and they're both very busy. And so they dedicate that time to stay connected. And I thought that was the coolest thing. I have 5 kids too. And if I can get my kids not to FaceTime me every day, that's a pretty good challenge.
Well, and I even look at it as something like what we're doing now. Yes, with a family and with a career right now, I can't be everywhere in person all the time, but how can we utilize Facebook Live or other technology to be able to still communicate with those clubs or send messages to those clubs and show that I am paying attention and the district is paying attention and we are there and we're providing resources and helping without sitting next to you. It worked out today that we could, but
yeah, and technology is not perfect. Certainly,
we found that out on Monday.
Right, trying to go live when we were in 2 different offices with Wi-Fi issues did not work necessarily. But I think that's the power of technology, but also the power of Rotary, because Rotary is harnessing that type of a technology around the world and trying to bring it to places. So if you're just joining us, welcome. Again, I'm Kirk Anderson with the Rotary eClub of District 5960, brand new club just chartered, and I am sitting with District Governor Kyle from District 5960, and we're just doing an impromptu interview where I get to ask him some questions and get to know him a little bit and share that with you. So if you are watching this now or later and you feel led, could you share this on your Facebook page or your district club's page and just let other people know that we are here and that we're meeting, just to share that. And then we're going to do this again, whether we do it in person where he's traveling through my area or at a conference or something like that. We have the ability to go live. And so in the comments, if you have questions that you'd like to ask about the district governor, about the district, about Rotary in general, we can cover those in our next broadcast.
Absolutely.
So
it'd be cool if we could just do a Q&A show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if we can get enough people to actually do it. Love the use of technology.
Kathy.
Great job, guys. Well, thank you, and hopefully it's coming through well. So I think you've got to get to.
Yeah, I should probably go to Woodland Lakes. I think
so,
I might be a few minutes behind, but that's all right.
So thank you for being here,
problem.
And thank you for watching. And we look forward to just using technology in the future to keep doing it, and we'll keep Viva Rotary. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.